Okay. Yes. So, friends, we will start the session now. Namaste, everyone. This is the second chakra of our series of chakras which we are doing, Swadishthan chakra. It is equally important chakra as of, like we used to say, Muladhara is a very important chakra. As all the chakras are important, Muladhara is a foundation chakra. And since Swadhisthana is very close to Muladhara, so it is equally important. So these lower three chakras are interfused with each other a little bit. So their qualities overlap with each other, Manipur, Swadhisthana and Muladhara chakras. So they are very important, all the three chakras. So this Swadhisthana chakra being second chakra, I think you have read the details which I have posted in the morning about it. So first and second chakra, I told you is a fused and have many common attributes in it. They say in male anatomy, what happens? The genitals are very close to the first chakra, that is Muladhara chakra. But in female anatomy, the womb is very close to the Swadhisthana chakra. And that's why both the chakras are very sexually active chakras. They are sex-related chakras, or they are fertility chakras. For women, it may call that fertility chakra. And that's why there's a lot of overlapping of qualities in each other. We began our upward journey through these chakras by going down into the earth, into stillness and solidity. So first we do with Muladhara chakra, which is all about earthy qualities, which roots goes down inside the earth. The roots become strong, and then as we say, the growth of a tree is always both upwards and downwards. When we sow a seed inside the earth, so it is not only the shoots come out. First the roots grow inside, and then we see the shoots coming up. So when the roots are very strong, then only the shoots show us up. Similarly, with the chakras also, Muladhara, Swadhisthana has to be very strong, and then only we can go up and we can grow in our other chakras. So that's why this way we go upwards in all the chakras. We gain our understanding of our bodies in our initial chakras, the grounding, which is associated with the first chakra. And now, new dimension we will add in the second Swadhisthana chakra. And this dimension, like pehle Muladhara mein only one dimension tha. That is the dimension of 1 point of groundedness. And everyone, please mute yourself. Only one dimension was there. But as we go up in sacral chakra, the dimension it becomes duality. It becomes two. So that from 1 point, it touches another point. So this line starts, it makes one line. So why it is duality? Because its element is water. The chakra's element is water. मूलाधार का एलिमेंट था अर्थ, इसका एलिमेंट है वाटर. मूलाधार में स्टिलनेस था, फिक्स्डनेस था. You fix yourself completely rooted in one place, right? But in here, if the water is the element, it flows. What is the quality of a water? It just flows. It is a fluid and it doesn't have any shape. And wherever it has to go, it will go. So it moves in every direction. So from stillness, it becomes a movement in second chakra. And then it becomes a formless, because water is formless. It takes a form of whatever vessel we keep it in. So earth element is symbol of stillness, whereas the water element is the symbol of fluidity and movement. So this gives the, it gives you the freedom of action and thought. Since water is like flowing everywhere, so हमारे जो thoughts है ना, वो भी open up होते हैं, and it starts working. You become more action oriented and you become more thinking based. You do all the work which has to be thinking based. So this chakra is also related to etheric body or the emotional body, because our Swadhisthana chakra is very emotional based. Why it is emotion based? Because it's celestial body is celestial symbol is moon, or moon is always related to emotions. Moon is moon and water, both combination is related to the emotions. So as we say that Purnima mein moon, because of moon position, the water, uh, this thing changes. It rises, the water rises and it changes. Similarly, in our body also, there's a, goes upheaval of water happens when the moon is very strong. And that's why the emotions go haywire many times. And we become very emotional when there's a full moon time or when there's a new moon time. So this is the, connection of moon with this. And it says that when children are in the age of 7 to 14, initial first Muladhar mein tha, 1 to 7 mein Muladhar chakra starts becoming or starts forming in the body. Here, the age of 7 to 14, it starts becoming more strong. And the transformation of the body happens in children. And, the puberty time and everything happens. That's why this 7 to 14 is the age group when the Swadishthan chakra starts becoming active. The Sanskrit name is Swadishthan, which the exact meaning is Swa means self and Adhishthan means established. So who is established in your own self is Swadhisthana. So establishing in our own abode, in our own house, that is means Swadhisthana chakra. So we all know the element is water and you must have gone through, so I won't go through it. Acha, it's deity, they say it's a Vishnu, but many a times I was reading in many books that they say its deity is Devi also, Lakshmi also. Lakshmi, Parvati, some Devi, it's related to Devi also because, Swadhisthana is very closer to the womb. It's very closer to women's genitals also. So the Devi has to be there. So she is very active when Swadhisthana chakra, when we are talking about Swadhisthana chakra. So Vishnu and Devi are equally important when this chakra is, when we talk about this chakra. Also, when we spoke about moon, the connection of the moon, yes. And the second body, etheric body, it is connected with that, I told you. And yeah, this chakra is very connected to pleasures and the emotions and the desires in us. Through why desire? Because this chakra is related to the creativity. We create as in, so since it is closer to the womb, we create a child. The womb is a place of a child in us, and then a woman give birth to a baby, and it's a creation of a woman, right? So that's why this chakra is strongly related to creativity. So the people who are really very creative, probably this chakra must be very strong. So emotions, pleasures, creativity are connected to this chakra. So what happens when we create something? There's some movement. Through desire, we create some movement, right? If we have some desire, if I have some desire to do something, to paint something, so I will create that movement. I will take a brush, I will do something, and I will bring that change on that paper if I have to create. So consciousness always, works through the change. The consciousness thrives on the change. So हम जितना change को accept करेंगे, उतना हमारा consciousness evolve होगा. हम जितना stagnate होंगे, उतना हमारा consciousness will not evolve at all. So we have to accept change, and this chakra is nothing but have to accept the change. It is a change-based chakra. Why change? Because this water element hai, water is flowing, it always keeps changing. It keeps, whatever you put the water into whichever vessel, it changes that shape. So, this change is very constant. So we should know our nature through when we talk about all these things. If I am very much rigid to any changes, that means my sacral chakra is somewhere imbalanced or it is blocked. If I don't want to change myself, मैं तो ऐसी हूँ, जैसी हूँ, वैसी हूँ. Many times we say this. That means somewhere this chakra is blocked somewhere. So what happens, this second chakra, so the guilt, they say the major guilt of this chakra, the demon of this chakra is guilt. We are guilt based when this chakra is not working properly. Because what happens, since it is very much sexually based chakra, the pleasure of the guilt of being too much enjoying, since if we are enjoying too much, or we are sexually too much active, or in our childhood something happens with us, some sexual abuse or something like that, then we become very guilty about that thing. We can't tell anyone. And that's why this guilt feeling is always there. If sexually, if overactive, guilt is there. If I am enjoying too much in my life, probably if I'm overspending, not only spending, I'm overspending, I'm overspendthrift, that guilt, I may enjoy that time, but somewhere that guilt part is still there. So I think this chakra is related to our guilt, feeling of guilt also. And guilt is a very strong emotion, and strong emotion because strong sexual desires are very strong, which are very hidden in everyone. They never come up front. Nobody talks about it. Nobody, try to understand why this is happening with me, why I am undersexed, why I am oversexed, why I am not interested in sex, something like that. We don't talk about all these things openly. So that feeling, suppressed feeling in us brings guilt. Probably other areas of my desire, I may speak to, like I take lots of pleasure in shopping, spending. That is the second thing, spending money. That is the second biggest desire a human can have. Or overly obsessive with someone. It's our children, over obsessed with our children, over obsessed with our spouse, over obsessed with someone. If this desire also comes, it also brings somewhere the feeling of guilt in a person. Because if you don't get the same reciprocation from the person, so this chakra is a playing role in this type of guilt feeling. So some blockages may be there in this chakra also. Pleasure is the duality of second chakra, and it is a two-edged sword. It is like, it gives you happiness also, and it gives you feeling of guilt also, and we get trapped in this feeling many a times. So what we say will be the solution of guilt? It will be a trust factor. So we need to trust people. We should be able to open up with people to tell what is happening with us, especially our sexual feelings, especially our feelings of physical discomfort, comfort, or all these things. We should be able to talk to someone whom we trust. And we hardly talk to people because that trust factor is lacking. So dealing with one's own sexuality is of utmost importance if we need to unblock our second chakra. Guilt comes from this suppressed sexual pleasures or unfulfilled sub-pleasures or sexual abuse at a young age. So we have to be aware of these to work on it. So we must not suppress our urge for being creative also. Like we should allow now, obviously our children are grown up, but if we have to understand this chakra, we should allow anyone's creativity. Like our grandchildren, if they want to be creative, they may like to, scribble on the wall. They may like to do something creative with some stuff. They will like to take some grains, and then they have to take the grains in their hands and throw it somewhere, or this is their way of creativity. We will say ki, why you are making mess everywhere. This is our way of looking at it. Kyun kachra kar rahe ho? Kyun mera kaam badha rahe ho? So this is the thought process comes to us. If they are throwing something, but it is their way of creating. What happens if I throw this? What will happen? So if we suppress these, desires in our children right from the childhood, then they become confused as they grow up. Why I am not supposed to do, I have to do. Later on, they may understand that we should not be throwing things around, we should not be scribbling on the wall. They may understand later on, but that initial stage, we should, as a parent, we should allow our children to be creative, do everything, because this is their way they're exploring things in their way. So this chakra also deals with emotional well-being, the emotional stability it brings. And even emotional stability, when we talk about, then family plays the important role, as we have to be very close-hearted and open-hearted with everyone. How we behave with our children, how we behave with our spouse, that the relation with our spouse gives that stability in our children, because they can see that chemistry between each other. So if they are stable, their emotions are stable, because they see the stability, right? So if they are going under some trauma, because of parents are fighting, and if someone they see on the TV, they are seeing something very violence or very emotional things, so they may affect. Then in childhood, it get affected with them. And if they want to cry, what happens? Like they fight with their friends, and then we say why, and they cry. They come home crying, and we say, why you are crying? You are a boy. You should not be crying, or whatever. You're not a weak person. You should not cry. So many times we do say this. You're a strong bacha, so you should not cry. So what happens? The child is feeling something, but we are telling him something else. Opposite. The child wants to emote through taking out the tears or crying. This is a way of the child saying that I'm sad or I'm not feeling good. But what we are saying, that we are trying to suppress that. रोने की जरूरत नहीं है, तुम बच्चे थोड़ी ना छोटे, अब तो तुम big boy हो गए हो, you're a big girl now, so you should not be crying. So we are trying to suppress. So this brings confusion in a child, and then this affects their emotional stability. And this is a direct link to the sacral chakra, because sacral chakra is nothing but emotions. So if this chakra is deficient, there is a deficiency in the chakra, what happens? There is a lack of feeling, there are no emotions, there is no desire, there is no passion, there is a low emotional intelligence, poor social skill, excessive boundaries. They will keep lots of boundaries around them, lots of walls they will form around them. They will not talk much with people. They don't show any interest in relationship with others. They don't know how to enjoy life. They can't go on vacations. They can't spend much money also. If they do have money, but they can't spend also. So this is when the chakra is not very active. It's some deficiency is there in the chakra. If the chakra is overactive, it's excessive issues, then what issues then it will have? So what will happen if it is overactive? The person will be oversensitive. The person like बहुत जल्दी बुरा मान जाना, कुछ छोटी छोटी बातों से, कुछ भी किसी ने कुछ बोल दिया तो मेरे को तो बहुत बुरा लगता है, मैं बहुत सेंसिटिव हूँ. See, these are our very common statements we listen to from many people. कि मुझे तो बहुत बुरा लगता है क्योंकि मैं बहुत इमोशनल हूँ, मैं सेंसिटिव हूँ, तो मेरे साथ तुम बहुत अच्छे से पेश आओ. सो दिस इज आवर वी टेक इट एज अ shield around us. Yeah, I'm sensitive, so please be little good with me. So, but what is happening here? Your chakra is not, you're emotionally, you're not a strong person, and your chakra is not very under what we'll call it's not, it has an issue. It is not strong. And codependency is a very major issue with this chakra, that you are depending too much on other relationships for your happiness, for your every small things. You are dependent on people. You have to go out somewhere, then you need someone to be with you. मेरे साथ चलो, यहाँ जाना है तो मेरे साथ चलो. So you have to go for a movie, you want someone. If you are going for a movie and it's a little emotional movie, छोटा भी emotion आ गया, you will start crying. So you start associating yourself with that character immediately. So if this is under work chakra, then these are things happen with us. And then we may ask these questions to ourselves when we want to know whether my chakra is strong, stable or not. Do we express our feelings spontaneously? to people, to anyone? So do I express my feelings to people? So this is a question we should ask. Do we have the tendency to hide our feelings in front of others? Do we trust with our feelings with other people? And do we make independent decisions? Or do always take someone's constant opinion? मैं ठीक कर रही हूँ क्या? मैं ये सही कर रही हूँ क्या? So are we doing this? While taking any decision, also we ask few people, should I take this decision? So when we are doing all these things, we should know where my chakra is, how strong and how weak it is. Do we speak about past events with lot of regrets? Or do we speak about the past event with like, oh, that was a very good learning lesson for me? So these are the few questions we can keep asking ourselves. Are we in touch with, do we touch with our desires? What do I like? Do I like when I am relaxed? What do I like to do with my me time? I'm happy with my me time, or always I need someone else to, enjoy myself. So we should be keeping trust or giving our trust to the opposite sex also. Are we that trustworthy, or do we trust that opposite sex? That is also a question we should ask. Do we always fear of losing relationships? That is again the question we should ask ourselves. Are we afraid of people rejecting us for some reason? And do we feel bad immediately if someone rejects us? So these few questions gives us a good, understanding of our own chakra, where we stand. And when it is very balanced, this chakra is very balanced, then what happens? Then we are able to read our own emotions. We trust our own feelings, why this is happening to me. It's okay if it is happening to me, if I am sad, if I am happy, if whatever is happening. Our emotional intelligence is really stable and good. We keep healthy boundaries around us, not excessive boundaries, but we keep healthy boundaries around us. We don't get affected by others' emotion very fast. We may empathize with the person, we may be compassionate towards person, but we will not get affected with that person. That if that person said some sad story of his or her, our day will not go bad just because that person is talking about their sad story. So we have balanced approach for enjoyment. We don't feel guilty when we are enjoying life. And whose audio is on? Can you please check? And we have passion for life. We always eager to look forward. Now, what should I do new? Our creativities, we always want to create something new all the time. So these are few qualities when our chakra is completely in a balanced state. Now, physically, what happens if our chakra is not working well? We have a chronic lower back pain. Arthritis may be the issue. Genital or sexual problems definitely will be there. We have anemia. We have joint problems, low on energy, some kidney or spleen issues, premenstrual syndromes, fear of pleasure. There will be lack of creativity. There will be always fatigue, always, tiredness. You will feel always that. And then detachment, you are not very attached to people. You are always detached. You don't want to go near to anyone. Emotionally connect karna hi nahi hai kisi ke saath. So these are the things which may affect. Now, how we will deal with this chakra? Definitely meditation is the answer for everything, because it pulls your energy up. When we meditate, this energy, which this chakra, since it is near the gravity always pulls it down. But we don't want only the down pull. We want the up pull also. So how will it pull upwards? That meditation can pull our energies up. And the push, what we can give is that guilt is like a poison to our soul. So we have to take out that guilt from our system. So that trust issues, we have to build our trust issues a lot. And that's why we have to be in a very gratitude mode all the time. Thanking people, our surroundings, thanking the Almighty for whatever opportunities He has given to us. and learning from our mistakes, whatever mistakes we do, instead of going in a regret mode or a repentance. So we have to be always in a gratitude. We have to be in a forgiving mode, forgive mistakes of ourselves also, and forgive others also. So both ways it has to be there. Don't judge your own self. Always reflect on whatever has happened. We should reflect on मेरे साथ ऐसा हुआ तो क्यों हुआ, कैसे हुआ होगा, what things I must have done right, what things somewhere I must not have done right, so which I should be learning from. So this self-reflective mode should be there. And water is a good energy. So whenever we are feeling low, take a bath, stand under the shower and take that water will take care of your energies, and it will uplift your mood. Food, what you are eating will also help. Since this chakra is associated with water or liquid, so we should have lot of liquids when we are feeling low. Because liquid pass through our body more quickly than the solids, so it helps to cleanse the body. It helps to clean the kidney also, which is always loaded with toxin. Kidney is the first thing which is loaded with toxins. So we have to, flush off that. And flushing off that can be done only by drinking lots and lots of juices and water. So this way we can help ourselves by doing, yoga asanas. There are a few asanas which we can do. That is Bhadrasan. We can do Balasana. We can do that Titli pose, Bhadrasan. Utkatasana, sitting on a chair also you can do, or like that also. So if you, I will write these asanas in our group so that you can check and can do these asanas. Then rotation of the hip movements is very good for this, because it helps this chakra to elevate with energy, to get more energy. Uttan Padasana, lying down and taking legs up and down, is really good for this. Then, yes, Surya Namaskar is good for all the chakras actually. So we can do Surya Namaskars all the time. So this is it. Now we know what to do about it. Now we can sit for meditation. And technique for meditation today is like, again, I will be giving you some instructions, some guided meditation it will be. I want everyone has kept a glass of water with them. Yeah, good. So we'll need it before the meditation. We'll need after the meditation also. So what we have to do is that, I'll give a brief idea. I will tell you to take a sip of water initially and drink very slowly, get the feeling of the water around your tongue, lips, mouth, palate. So just keep it in your mouth for some time and let it float around your mouth. Don't gulp it. So let it be in your mouth and feel how it feels if the water is in your mouth. And then slowly you have to gulp it, and then you have to little bit more you have to drink, as I will tell you. Keep that half the water with you down. Then as the meditation gets over, then I will ask you to drink that other half of the water. So everyone sit comfortably now. I'll play the music. It's the music. Check the volume here. So you should be able to hear my voice as well as the mantra. Should I increase the volume? Little. Now you can hear? Yeah, you can hear my voice also now? Good. Okay. Now everyone, eyes closed, sit comfortably. Runu ने पहले ही पानी पी लिया, Runu? Okay, थोड़ा सा. Okay. Take out your glasses if you're wearing. Eyes closed, hands crossed. Take deep, long breaths. Normalize your breathing. Keep your body completely relaxed. Roll your neck so that it stays comfortably on your shoulder. शोल्डर्स को ऊपर नीचे कर लो थोड़ा. Now, as you're sitting quietly, just focus on this mantra. Then I will tell you how to go about it. So now I want you to take a sip of water in your mouth. Try not to open your eyes. With your eyes closed. एक सिप लो, पीना मत, मुंह में ही रखो और swirl करो इधर से उधर उसको. महसूस करो उसकी feeling, how it feels, how the touch of water is, how the temperature of the water is, how it changes slowly, the temperature of the water. And sip by sip, I mean a drop of water, let it go inside you. पूरा एक साथ गल्प मत करो, थोड़ा थोड़ा कोशिश करो कि थोड़ा थोड़ा पानी को अंदर डालो. And feel it going through your throat, touching your throat as it passes by. Feel the wetness as it hits your stomach. Imagine it passing all through your body, your veins, muscles, your digestive system. It is touching everywhere. Feel this cool and refreshing quality of water around you. पूरा पानी पी लो अब. Let it touch your stomach. Yes. Now take both your hands, cross your arms on your chest. दोनों हाथों को अपने chest पे cross कर लो. And then you will say this affirmation to yourself. I embrace change as healthy part of life. And my emotions are in balance. 5 times बोलना है हमें. I embrace change as a healthy part of life. And my emotions are in balance. I embrace change as a healthy part of life. And my emotions are in balance. I embrace change as a healthy part of life. And my emotions are in balance. I embrace change as a healthy part of life. And my emotions are in balance. Keep your hand down on your lap. Now you just imagine yourself standing under a natural waterfall. आप अपने आप को ऐसी जगह ले जाइए जहाँ पे waterfall है और उस waterfall के नीचे आपको खड़े होना है. And with your minimum bare clothes. Don't stand with your clothes on. Let the water touch your body. So you have to visualize yourself, imagine yourself in this manner. A beautiful waterfall. The water sprinkling all over your body. Completely drench yourself with this water. Drench हो गए हो आप, पूरा भीग गए हो पानी में. Every cell of yours is now soaked with the water. आपके बाल पूरी तरह से गीले हो गए. Now say yourself in your mind, my hands are very clean. Feet are very clean. My face is very clean. My body is very clean. My hair and head are very clean. I am clean from outside as well as from inside. The cell is filled with this pure water, the drops of this water. So you are soaked with this water completely. You are completely soaked. Visualize yourself that this water is taking away all the negativity which is inside you, in the form of your thoughts, in the form of your emotions, the negativity in the form of your habits, of codependency, with no emotional boundaries, not expressing yourself enough, not trusting yourself enough, having a guilt feeling, not expressing yourself about your pleasures and needs. So you are letting go of all this negativity. Cleansing your sacral chakra. You are feeling very light as your negativity is out. Its tendencies, the words, the fears are flowing out of you like a river flowing out to the sea. Now imagine that it's raining. Raindrops are falling on you. Drops of fresh water replenishing you. Imagine now that your every part is melting away with the flowing water. Every body part is melting. Start with your leg, head, then your hands, then your torso, your thighs, lower legs. They are melting and they are just flowing with the stream. You have become one with this element of water. You're flowing with the water wherever it goes. You have accepted the change in you, the change around you. You're enjoying this change. And so imagine yourself in the lap of Mother Ganga. She's taking care of you. You're sitting in her lap. She is the healer. She has all the maternal instincts. You are back in your physical form and sitting in the lap of Divine Mother, Ganga. She is soothing you, loving you, taking care of you. Feel yourself in the womb of this goddess. You have entered in her womb, about to be born. New you, a new person whom you always wanted to be, without your all the negativities, a fresh person. Mother Ganga takes you out of her womb, a new born you, a happy you, completely rejuvenated. Bow in front of her, take her blessings, and start walking back upwards towards the stream, towards that waterfall from which you have come. Light steps you have. Happily you are walking back. And now you are out of that stream. Sit near the stream with your eyes closed. In your mind, say the affirmations again. I embrace change as a healthy part of life, and my emotions are in balance. I embrace change as a healthy part of life, and my emotions are in balance. I embrace change as a healthy part of life, and my emotions are in balance. I embrace change as a healthy part of life, and my emotions are in balance. I embrace change as a healthy part of life, and my emotions are in balance. Stay with this mantra for some time. 5 minutes. Sahanavavatu, Sahano Vunaktu, Sahaviryam Karvavahai, Tejasvinavadhitamastu, Ma Vidvishavahai. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. In gratitude towards Mahavatar Babaji, Adi Yogi Shiva, Maharishi Patanjali, all the gurus, all the spiritual masters and beings, in gratitude towards all the gods and the goddesses, in gratitude towards all the 5 elements of the universe, in gratitude towards each and every person who have come across in our life, in gratitude towards plant kingdom, animal kingdom, and the mineral kingdom. Saying positive affirmations for ourselves. I am healthy. I am happy. I am contented. I am full of life, full of love for myself and for others around me. Thank you, God, for whatever you have given me. Also, for whatever you have not given me. With this deep sense of gratitude, love in your heart, and smile on your face. Take your palms, keep them on your eyes. Gently open your